I am Alan S. Monte Jr. from Base Cream 3B, and now I will going to discuss my reflections about the topics that we have discussed from our final period. So it includes the topics such as Rizal, Talisman of National Stupidity, Claro M. Recto and Rizal Bill or Rizal Law, Noli Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, um, The Vision of Father Rodriguez, By the Telephone, and the last topic is Rizal's letter to Father Pastilles. So, what I have observed from our final period topics is that it mainly focuses and covers the famous works of Jose Rizal, which includes Nole Me Tangere, El Filibusterismo, and By the Telephone, a play that was written by him. So now let's go to the first topic in our final period, which is Rizal, a talisman of national stupidity. So in this topic, it mainly talks about those people who uses his name and his works for their own interest. And it is a sign of disrespect to our national hero. So since he is a national hero, we shouldn't use his works and his name for our own purposes, for our own gains. And nowadays, there are a lot of people who use his name as mockery or use his name to mock other people, which is a very big disrespect to our national hero. And on my own opinion, since we are living in this country and as a citizen in this country, we owe a lot to Jose Rizal because we are now experiencing the result of his hard work and hardships and all his sacrifices in life just for us to have this freedom that we are experiencing today. That's why we should not disrespect Jose Rizal. Instead, we must give him importance in our life since Jose Rizal is a very big part of the history of our country. Next topic is Claro M. Recto or Rizal Law and Rizal Bill. So in this topic, it mainly talks about the life and works of Rizal being studied and becoming a subject in college. So Claro M. Recto to wanted this to become a law and implemented all over the Philippines. But the Catholic Church want, didn't want it to happen because we all know that Rizal and his works were against the friars or the Catholic Church. So for me, as a student, we should study the life and works of Jose Rizal. And I agreed with Claro M. Recto. Since Rizal is a very big part of our history, and he played a very big role for us to have freedom from the hands of the Spaniard, the hands of the Spaniards. So studying his works and his life will be a sign of a respect for him. And in this way, through this way, we could repay him for everything he have done to our country. Then next topic is the no limit tangere. So this is a very famous novel that was written by Jose Rizal. So he wrote this novel because he wanted to reveal the wrongdoings of the friars way back his time, so that the Filipinos will be aware that they were being taken advantage by the friars. So Rizal did everything he can just to publish this book. And this is where I admire Rizal the most, because in when he went to Europe, he worked a lot, and there was even a time where he only ate once a week, once a day, so that he could have money for the publication of this novel. So, as a student, we must adopt this kind of attitude of Jose Rizal, that even though we don't have enough money for anything, we should not stop to pursue our goals. So next topic will be the El Filibusterismo. So it is it is a novel that for me is a continuation of the Noli Me Tangere. But it has a very big twist because Ibarra is the main character in Noli Me Tangere. But in Il Filibusterismo, he came back and changed his name as Simon. But not just his name was changed, it is also his personality and characteristics. In Noli Me Tangere, he was a very calm person and he didn't want to use force for anything. But in El Filibusterismo, since Simon wanted to seek revenge for what happened to his life because of the friars, he uses force for it to be accomplished. But in the end, he was not successful and died. So the lesson is that violence is never an answer to anything. Perhaps it only creates another problem and didn't solve the old one. So for me, if we have a problem with someone or with anything, we should not use violence to solve it. Instead, we should use our brain and mouth in solving it, because solving a problem needs an important needs an very good knowledge to everything, just like what Jose Rizal did through his life. So all in all, what I have learned from finals topic is that we is that just like Jose Rizal, we should always use our brain and our skills in writing or in talking to solve a problem. So as what I have realized through Rizal's life, he never used violence. Instead, he used his knowledge. He used pen. He used paper uh, to address any kind of problem. And as what we can see, Rizal succeeded. And this the result of his success is what we are experience today. The freedom that we are experiencing today.